Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. Guys, there is something unfolding in the charts and I wanted to show it to you here right now. Do you see these three vertical lines? What do have these three vertical lines in common? Well, I can tell you something. Today, DaVinci J15 and me, we have a very big warning for everyone in Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And I kid you not, guys, you want to watch this video until the very end to see what our warning actually means, what we are doing with our trades on Bitcoin and Ethereum, where we are going to take profits, how we are implying these warning signs in our trading strategy, and more importantly, for everyone who is standing on the sidelines right now, what to do right now. Jump into a trade, wait for a price target. We will tell you our master plan for Bitcoin and Ethereum, including our expectations for Bitcoin and Ethereum in the immediate short term. I am recording this small section here after the call with DaVinci because in the end, I forgot to mention that in the episode, in the end, he is mentioning his top 3 altcoins he is actually holding right now, his biggest positions he is holding in these altcoins, and what he is expecting for them in the immediate short term. So make sure you watch this video until the very end to see his top 3 picks in altcoins right now. Before we are doing so, by the way, I will be talking about my trades as well. Here, the one on Bybit, the one on Phemex, and much more. They are actually going crazy. I know that DaVinci is also in very nice trades here. So we will be talking about all of that as well. And of course, guys, if you also want to be trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies here, make sure you go down to the pinned comment. I have a $700 welcome bonus for you. For everyone who is a subscriber to this channel, you can go down to the pinned comment. You click these links, and after your initial deposit, you get $700 for free, with which you can actually open trades and withdraw the profits from that also for free. So if you're an experienced trader, go down below and take advantage of this big bonus here in the pinned comment. Before I'm coming to the most important question of today, guys, like today I made 4 videos. DaVinci is working day and night on Pandora's wallet, still coming to us here with multiple videos a day. If you could just scroll down, smash up the like button. Every like is like a heartwarming experience for us. So thank you so much for that. Leave your favorite altcoins down below. And with that being said, I wanted to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, wrapping up some Bitcoin colors today. How are you doing today, my man?
In the pipe, 5 by 5. Every day when we see a Bitcoin at a new high, it's a great day, especially when we're moving like $1,000 moves here. I mean, it's like I'm realizing, man, I'm getting like life-changing wealth every time it moves by $1,000. So it's just unbelievable. It's crazy, man. It's great. It's great to be alive. Great to be a part of the Bitcoin universe and the cryptocurrency world, because you know what? This is the future, right? Future of money and finance, and everyone has to be a part of it. And I hope everybody is.
Exactly. And I was just posting, like, in a very few months, your neighbor, I was posting it on Twitter, your neighbor will be so jealous at you for you buying Bitcoin below 100K. Sounds crazy today. People are asking, is it too late or not? I don't think so if your time horizon is just long enough. But anyway, the question everyone has in its mind now, we broke the all-time high. Does this mean we are going higher? Because that's what we basically did the last few times. Or are there some warning signs in the charts we have to pay very close attention to? And I think this is the moment where I'm giving it over to you, DaVinci. Maybe you can pull up the charts and show us in your magical TA what we have to keep an eye on right now.
Yes, well, let's do exactly that. We've got like 3 lines here, right? Vertical lines here that we want to point out, right? Each lines are the days that we broke out with from an all-time high, and right, although the day is not finished yet, I think, at least I don't think so. Nope, we have another hour and a half for this candle to finish. We can see that the volume, right, on the previous candles were quite significant. Right here on February 8th, and once again on the 12th, which was December the 16th, right? You can see that the volume was quite significant as well. So why is this? This is a little bit concerning. Why is this volume not high? You can notice that these volumes down here actually priced in Bitcoin, so it is a little bit low, and you can see it's low in dollar terms as well. So the number of Bitcoins being traded low on Bitstamp. Bitstamp's the #1 exchange I trust, and I think everybody should trust, because it's been around the longest, right? Almost as longer. It was like I think it was the second exchange to be created after MT Gox. And they haven't had any kind of hack or issues, right?
Don't
so
jinx
I find them very impressive.
Don't jinx it.
Exactly. So yeah.
You mentioned them in the same sentence, and then you are saying they didn't have any hacks. It's like a double jinx.
Yeah, I know exactly. So, well, hopefully they continue on that record. But as you can see, we've gotten a nice little QTW there, and you can see it clear as day. If you can't see it, it's really simple. There's several ways to see it, right? You could just add in the the line chart, and it's a little bit better. Maybe I should have changed the lines, but anyways, you can see a little bit of a nice W there, and there we go. Off we go to the races. All right, so let's talk about where this thing is going, right?
Da Vinci?
We've already done that. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to throw one thing in, one thing we actually wanted to talk about. I wanted to know your thoughts about that as well. You just mentioned that there is no volume, right? And you actually accurately pointed out it is Saturday. And what you did then, you went into your calendar and you checked what were the days before we broke the all-time high. It was Monday, it was Wednesday. And I want to hear your famous saying right now, because the implications are the big people, they are trading not on the weekend. The CME, for example, is closed on the weekend, whereas all of these spot exchanges where us funny traders are trading on, they are open. So can you maybe elaborate a little bit about more about what this actually means before we are going into our price targets, into all our plans, our take profits, where we should enter when we are standing on the sidelines and more?
I mean, when you miss the boat, most of the time, when you miss the boat, you miss the boat, right? But when institutions players miss the boat, they bring the boat back. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's a little bit concerning. They're right now, institutional players, they're spending time with their family, right? And they're like watching Bitcoin break to the all-time highs, and go, you little kids, man, we're going to teach you a lesson. So yeah, Monday might get interesting. So be prepared for that, right? Yes, because they love to do that. They love to bring the prices back so that they can get in, so they can go, no, that's not for you, right? Exactly. Those lower prices are for
yeah, exactly. That's the only reason why I think the CME chart has significance, because it shows us whenever these gaps are created, it shows us whenever the institutions are missing out. So I think we have to pay close attention at that on Monday. If we are just getting volume in on Monday and it's green volume, well, it's fine. We are probably going higher, right? We are going to reach the price targets we are just going to talk about. But if actually we are seeing the first signs of a dip, no volume coming in, Bitcoin maybe floating around, or maybe forming a rising wedge on the hourly or something, I think then I would take care, and maybe me personally, if I would have just recently entered a trade, I scaled up my trades here earlier. Everyone knows I entered this trade way earlier. Now my liquidation price is at 35,000, right? I mean, that's pretty safe, $2.7 million in a profit, because I entered early and I just scaled up. I put in more afterwards. If I would have just entered this breakout, exactly as we mentioned it before, everyone is in a profit now. I think I personally would put my stop loss below the previous all-time high, because, and I want to know your opinion as well, of course, always before, when we broke the all-time high, we never went back. So if Bitcoin changes this behavior, I think I would get cautious. I would take the chips from the table or close out of the trade at a break even. So what are your thoughts maybe before we are going into our price targets and into all that juicy strategies we are having?
Yeah, I have to agree with you, right? It would be strange if we do come back into the because we've never done it before, right? So if we come back and test up all-time high, but break it, it might be a little bit concerning. So if we come close to it, not really break through and then go, okay, that's fine. But if we break it, it could get messy. As you can see, the 4-hour is currently right at the all-time high, right there, waiting for us. And on top of that, we're pretty far away from the 13 EMA. So that's a little bit concerning because Bitcoin loves to check the 13 MA on the 4 hours. You can see, right? It tries to break down and check it. Say, are we going? Are we going? Are we going? And then it goes.
Yeah.
So if we continue, right, that's fine. We may not if this 13 EMA gets higher. So we should see that by Monday. Then we're probably going to continue up higher. But just a word of caution, right? We might just break down and set some buy or so for the rest of us, right? Maybe you set some buy orders a little bit below it, right? Below this, right? So I would suggest we do the 38.2 from the breakout from the turn low, which is right down here, right? Wow, that's far from the last turn low. This is right here. So 38.2. Whoa, that's exactly. That would wipe out a lot of players with liquidations if we come all the way back to the 38.2 level to come back and test. So that's where I would be looking at buying. And you can see there's lots of wicks down there to really wipe out any kind of like person who's like had stop losses at the wicks. So that's generally what they tend to do. Right, people put their stop losses at the end of the wicks, and then they come back, and they go for your stops. Yep. So let's see what they do in the coming Monday. So anything can happen. So just make sure you're prepared for that. Okay, with that said, where is it going? Well, if we continue higher, right, the high, as you can see on the Bitstamp chart, we're headed just shy of the 200% ratio, right? The one on the extension level. So look at that. We're up here like 2 to 1. Amazing, right? I was taking profits. I know I watched your show. You said you wanted to take profits at different Fibonacci. The extension levels, no. I just take it at the 1.618. That's just me. Everybody could do what they feel is best. I think I'm going to start taking profits at the 1.618 and then let the rest rock from there.
Very, very legitimate. I think bottom line is it's just important to take some profits before from the table, whether you take it at 2 or 3 different Fibonacci levels or only at the golden ratio. I mean, the bottom line is we should take profits before we are hitting the $74,000 level. This is not our hodling portfolio. We are taking these profits in Bitcoin settled futures. So we are taking them in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes higher, fine. I mean, we are still making profits because you are taking your profits in the scarcest asset in the history of mankind. So bottom line is taking profits is never a mistake, guys. So whether you choose this one strategy or the other one, you're probably going to home as a big winner. So this is Bitcoin. Big warning here, guys. Keep that in mind. Have your eyes open on Monday. Be very cautious here. I think it's a very, very good and important word of caution. I'm happy that we found that. Now let's talk about Ethereum. And of course, guys, as I already promised, I have my trades open here, and I will be talking about in a separate episode about that. I actually stacked them up massively here. Here I put another $1 million in the trade. It is $700,000 in a profit, and my trade on Phemex, it is a little bit a bigger one. I actually had 2.6 million in. I put another 1.4 million in that trade, and it is right now $2.7 million in a profit. Of course, we are going to talk about where to take profits, what to do if you are actually standing on the sidelines. So make sure you continue watching that video until the very end. And if you also want to be trading Bitcoin and Ethereum as I am doing it here on Bybit or also over on Phemex, well, I have a $700 bonus for you. It is for limited time, so make sure you take advantage of that. And the nicest thing is if you go to the pinned comment and you click one of these 3 links after your initial deposit, takes like 20 seconds to set it up and deposit, you will always be eligible for the highest bonuses every single time. And right now we are running here a $700 bonus. These are actually partner links, so you get a bonus, we get a bonus. Thank you so much for that. You will find them in the pinned comment down below as an experienced trader, so make sure you take advantage of them right now. I know that like at least half of the people watching here are exposed into Ethereum, and many of you guys want more altcoins as well. So what I would do is, if you are smashing this like button to whatever, like 10,000 likes, we're recently every now and then getting 10,000, 15,000 per video. So let's smash the 10,000. We will do more altcoins, and leave your favorite altcoins down below. If you upvote each other's altcoins, we can take them into consideration for future videos, because then these comments are popping up on the top. So yes, Da Vinci, now my question about Ethereum. It did not break the all-time high yet, but we broke the cup and handle pattern. So what are your thoughts on Ethereum right now?
Well, I think Ethereum is going to continue up all the way to this all-time high, but it tends to do that and then comes back and like haunts you, and then goes up and really messes with you. So I would suggest people, wherever the 38.2 is, again, it might be here, it might be a little bit higher. I think it's going to be higher. You just draw your fibs, and wherever 38.2 is this another way of just getting in? Is just wait for that 38.2 to come back, wherever it shows up, right? So if it comes up here, if it comes back down, if it's like here and it rolls back, right? That's where you want to get in and get some Ethereum. However, just keep in mind, right, that you know what, you're gonna have to have stop losses that are like very deep, because this thing can move very, very fast in the one direction and can hurt you. So yeah, maybe you should. Another thing that Tone Vase would like to say is that never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. So maybe you should like rise your stops as it continues higher. The best thing for you to do right now, since Ethereum is very volatile, I go down. This is what I do. Whenever I need to get into a trade, I go down to the 5 minutes, right? And I look for W's, right? I want to get in. I look for W's, right? We missed one right here, right? You can see it. It was perfect. It took us all. It took us up even further than the actual target. The target is really simple for me. What I do is on the breakout. The breakout depends on many factors, but sometimes I take the wick, but sometimes I don't. Well, on this case, you know what? The wick would have worked too, right? So let's take this wick, right? But I probably wouldn't have taken that wick, and then I would have. Then you measure a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Where is it? 1-to-1 ratio is right there. There we go. Right, and that's the take profit zone, but you don't want to do a risk to 1-to-1 risk to reward. Exactly. So I tend to do a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and so I move this to the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio right here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And that's how I trade those W's. They're nice and simple, easy to do, and you know, the nice breakout trades. They don't work all the time. It's not 100%. You can't. Nothing's 100%. So keep that in mind. And you can see you could have taken some profits and let it ride, but then this thing always comes back to haunt you. I swear, these W's on the 5 minute, they more than often come back to haunt you. They generally don't give you more, so just keep that in mind.
All right, man. All right. So the 2,500 are still on the table. The golden ratio on Ethereum and also the measured move price target of the Ethereum cup and channel. This is still on the table, 2,500. But just don't expect this to go up in a straight line. Ethereum is crazy. So whenever you bought the all-time high for Bitcoin, you usually went out with significant profits and you could ride it all the way up. For Ethereum, it's different. I just went back into the charts. I checked it out myself. I think I covered it also in my video. When we break the all-time high, Ethereum every single time, it dips below. It takes the people away because the volatility for Ethereum is too crazy. If it wouldn't do that, too many people would go into profits. Ethereum just makes a 30% move on a 10x leverage. That's like 300%. So obviously, when the upside is higher, the risk is also higher. It's just a law of nature that you have a risk-reward ratio always a little bit leveling each other off. So thank you very much for that. 2,480 on your chart. On mine, it's very, very similar. Let's see what happens here for everyone who is in a profitable trade on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. Big congratulations to you. Congratulations for following the DaVinci J15 channel. If not, go over, link below, subscribe to him. And also, if you're following our channel here, big shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for that. So, with that being said, I also wanted to ask you, DaVinci, or let's do that after this year, because for everyone who watches until the very end, I wanted to give them a little candy. I wanted to ask you about altcoins and maybe what are your favorite altcoins right now? Maybe you can mention like your 2 or 3 favorite altcoins if you are prepared for that. If not, no problem. We do it in the next one. I also wanted to ask you, do you have any updates for both actually, Pandora's wallet or your token?
Yeah, well, let's go over some alts. My favorite alt, which is Dash, happens to be in the toilet really badly, and it's like not doing so well. But that's you know what? Honestly, that's a lesson, right? I talked about this in today's show on my channel. That you know what? Don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it, because that will always sink you. If you start to fall in love with a cryptocurrency, right, it will sink you. For example, one of the cryptocurrencies that I fell in love with, and I put in like a total of like 12 bitcoins at one point, which was more than the 5% roll, and it went to zero, right? Didn't kill me, didn't like wipe me out, but that was brutal, right? You don't do that. You don't fall in love with any particular currency, or else it will harm you. So keep that in mind. With that said, right, some of the coins that I think that are going to be doing well, ADA, of course, right? Everybody likes that. Link, you know what? If we look, do you mind if I bring up a chart?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we have to wrap it up very soon because I want to get that out as soon as possible. It's midnight already, but if you have something important to show, let's do that quickly.
Okay, so let me just bring up Link. Right, Link is like down and out in Beverly Hills, but there's lots of people interested in Link, and you can see, right, we're in a downward spiral, but price of Bitcoin. But you know what? This is going to turn around. This is a very important product. Don't go all in or go crazy, because remember what I said, right? Just said, don't fall in love with it. But I think you should definitely have some Link in your portfolio before it decides to go. There's a lot of volume coming in, especially in the dollar value. If you look at the dollar price, it is coming in on Link, right, as well. So there you can see like the volume is coming in. So Link is getting ready to take off. Another one that I really like is the Binance coin, BNB. I have quite a bit of BNB. Like it's like almost, it's not 50% of my portfolio, but it's a large percentage. Right. It's like more of like, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see here. It is. BNB is somewhere in here. Where is it? Do you see BNB in this? There it is. So right there, BNB is a total of 4% of my portfolio. 416. So it's a large percentage of my portfolio. The only other one that's that large is larger than that, 20%, is Ethereum, because you know I consider Ethereum now effectively a solid currency. You can see a lot of the currencies that I have. Love Theta, love Paul. You can see all the ones that have PRQ, and yeah, then my DJ15 token, of course, right? Matic, and so many more. All right.
Perfect. Some nice candy for people who are watching until the very end. Mm-hmm. Of course, I wanted to ask everyone who is still interested, of who didn't purchase that yet, about Pandora's wallet, about your token. Do we have any updates here before we are actually wrapping it up for today?
Yeah, I'm currently have a sale on DaVinciJ at DaVinciJ15.com. You can join my Telegram group where you will have access to my live show, because I do my shows live and then I publish them later. So if you want to watch a live show, there's lots of fun activity going on. We basically before and after the show, we have lots of fun. So if you're not watching a live show, you're missing a lot of content, lots of fun. In fact, we actually did this show live in front of my Twitch audience. So you can also find me on Twitch, Real DaVinciJ15 the Real DaVinciJ15 on Twitch. So yeah, right here, I'm gonna click it right now. You can see everybody here is joining us as I'm doing this live with Chris on Twitch.
Very nice, man. I mean, they got now even the content way ahead, man. Perfect. Thank you very much for that, DaVinci. Thank you very much for like all these juicy strategies, the price targets, and I think the most important part today was this warning. Thank you everyone for watching until the very end. And on the next Tuesday, if you want us to cover altcoins, just smash up the like button. I want your trackpad or your mouse to be halfway broken. Smash it right now, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto DaVinci. Any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Always play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. As always, guys, as always. By the way, click the MMCrypto and, but more importantly, the DaVinci J15 subscription box right there and right there. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.